basically, what I'm going to do now is we're just going to have a bit of a chat, because in the studio you can work hard, you can drink your tea, but also you can have a little bit of a natter. And the first thing I would like to know, Mika, is we have kind of came into your studio and we're learning all about how your brain works.
Whoa.
But I'm sure you're doing the same with yourself, right? You're learning how you work every day.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd love to know one thing you discovered about yourself while making this record.
I realised that the tiny things were the things that got me the most pleasure. And it's funny because has anyone ever been to one of my shows?
Yes!
Has anyone been to one of the ones with the kind of like the bigger productions and stuff?
Yes!
So you understand, like we're a workshop. We set up a workshop. I set up a workshop because I realised that you start out and everyone's like, when you're new, everyone's kind of like with you, and then you just kind of realise that it's really fragile, that this entire thing is fragile. And so you're like, okay, I want to make things that are really beautiful and I don't want to ask permission. And so I was like, what if we built a little troupe? What if we were like a company, like a circus or a dance company? We opened workshops, we opened clothes workshops, I opened a design workshop. We create these things and they're really beautiful. We make everything in-house, you know? And that's how we can put on these shows without having to ask a big company to help us, because we just do it ourselves with our hands. But sometimes the size of that, when it's 11, 12, 14 trucks, you feel like Dumbo and you just want to hide in the corner underneath your ears. And writing a record, you remove all of that and you get put into a solitary place. And that solitary place is terrifying at first and then gives you the most amount of pleasure and freedom. And I found how important that is to me, the tiny things. And that's why I wanted to do this little mini tour, and I hope to do more of them, you know, going forward well, first I have to go do them also in other countries, because I'm just getting hate mail from so many, in a lot of different languages, because I've only done them in the UK, which is fair enough. But I wanted to do it in the UK because this is my first English language album in 7 years. It was important to do this in the UK, where I was educated, where I started. So I found how important that is.
And when you started writing and then creative juices started flowing, how many songs did you actually originally write for the album, and how did you choose which ones made it?
So very few of them got cancelled. Right? Only 1 or 2 didn't make it, but they'll probably make it on a later version, maybe, of the record. It wasn't one of those records where you write like 50 songs and choose 10. It was written like a book from the beginning towards an end.
Is there any that you're particularly excited to sing on tour? Clearly not 11, but is there other ones?
I don't know, I'm looking forward to 11. It's gonna be really funny watching me hyperventilate every night if we do it. I'm looking forward to singing. I'm really looking forward to singing "Excuses for Love," because you have an image in your head when you're writing a song, and you really want to bring it, you know, onto the stage. So I'm going to put on my tightest white trousers and strut my stuff. I wish my hair. I'm trying to grow out my hair so that I can look like the Bee Gees in the image I have in my head, which is probably a disgusting idea, but I'll give it a go.
As you should, though. I feel like it
Say
would
that
suit
now.
you. I like people embracing new things. I feel like mullet soon come.
Mullet? Why does everyone have a mullet?
It is very imminent, a mullet's in thing.
A mullet.
A mullet.
A
I would
mullet.
like to know
What is a mullet?
A mullet is business at the front.
No,
part
I
at the
know.
back.
Yeah, but where does the word come from? Like, I know what a mule is. Has this got something to do with the hairstyle of a mule?
I wish I could answer that question.
I wish that's why we need ChatGPT in our life. Just for crap like that.
And only for crap like that. We'll keep all the songwriting to people like you. The last question I have for you is, because we're in a record shop, I'd like to know what kind of music you were listening to while you created the album.
I was listening to so much weird stuff. So I listen to a lot of radio. I have a DAB, a digital radio, and it picks up radios from all over the world. I also have this incredible app called Radio, which is like $3.99 a month, which is actually quite a lot. You know, all these subscriptions, if you add up what they cost at the end of the year, it's like, you're like, goodbye Disney Plus. But Radio, in case you don't know what radio, it's literally spelled radio. It's a really good app. You time travel. You can go to radio stations in any country, and it gives you what was being played on radio in that country in every decade since the radio started in that country.
Yeah, that's phenomenal.
It's so cool. You travel from Japan to like Egypt, you know, and then some countries didn't exist. So they're like, we can't play you radio from 1910 because the country only existed in 1960. This is so boring for everyone. I'm really sorry.
But this is a bit of me. I find that fascinating. Has there been any particular genres, I suppose, that you've discovered from radio or sounds that you've liked?
I love Central African music. I love African music. So especially stuff from Central Africa. The rhythms. There's a lot of weird percussion on my record. It was totally inspired by that. I love the gorgeous melodies in Indian music, just dripping with beauty. And, you know, 1960s, 1970s Indian music, and then when this, like, the Asha Bhosle, she is the most recorded female voice in history. She did all the voices for Bollywood. And those melodies are just crazy. So even in Immortal Love, when it goes like, that's totally inspired by stuff like that. Just scanning radio. Because it's funny, when you walk into a record store, you'll stumble onto something and chaos brings you to discover something and you take a risk. When you're looking at a DSP like Spotify or Apple Music, it's much harder to come across something truly by accident. And so, yeah, that's one thing.
And I believe before we all go, you have got one final story to tell.
I do. And before I go, I want to say thank you to you for joining us on this journey. It's been so much fun to getting to know you now.
Thank you. It's been a lovely time. It's been wonderful.
And listen to her on Radio 1 because you're going to be hearing a lot of her over the next few years. And of that, I have absolutely no doubt, whether you like it, Maya, or not. Maya.
Thank you, everyone.